Hey, welcome back. The question on my plate today is from Larry, and Larry is asking, Ivy, how can I get a job when I have zero experience? So, guys, especially for those in Nigeria, like these are trying times. So, a lot of people are wanting to make a career shift. A lot of people are possibly just wanting to get more than one job because the kind of expenses that we have these days, one job is not enough. You have to make sure you are multitasking, a multi-employee or something like that. So let's get to the chase. So a lot of people want to know how to make a career shift, because it's mostly when you're making a career shift that is when you get to just start from scratch. So how can you start from scratch with an advantage? How can you secure a job when you have zero experience? So for Larry and those in Larry's shoes, I'm going to be talking 3 steps today, 3 things that you can do to secure yourself a job with zero experience. Now, the first thing you would have to do is to train yourself, school yourself, take courses, whatever you call it. Take courses, and thank God for the time, the age we are in. This is not like before where you have to pay some huge amount, register somewhere, things like that before you can get to find out knowledge about a particular field or something. Just type it, whatever it is, type it on social media, and you'll definitely find several free materials, free resources that you can use to train yourself in that particular field, because that is very important. That is the foundation. In fact, without knowing what you want to do, how would you do it? So when you're done training yourself, the next thing you want to do is number 2, and that is to build your portfolio. Building your portfolio is very, very important. And when you're building your portfolio, you have to understand transaction, because really nobody wants to employ someone until they're sure that this person can do what we need. You're not looking for people to dash money. If they wanted to dash money, they would have either gone to homeless shelters, or they would have met people on the streets to just give out money. So nobody wants to employ anybody and they're just paying. The person is doing no work. So if you're expecting God to just send one company to employ you and you will not be doing anything there, they're just paying you. Please, I'm not sure it's this lifetime, but if it is this lifetime we're talking about, the thing that you can do to help showcase yourself as good for that job, even though you have zero experience, is to build your portfolio. And like I said, see it as transactional. Some people would say work for free first, do volunteering job, or it's the same thing. I just prefer to see it as a transaction, in the sense that I don't know if you did economics in your elementary school. I was taught trade by barter. So you have this skill that you're learning, and you need to earn with it. You need money through that skill, but right now you cannot access money. So what do? You trade that skill for a portfolio, a job experience. So if you see a company, usually startup, that are just doing something, and you know that that field you're specializing in can be helpful to that startup, pitch yourself in and let them know that you're going to be offering this for them for free within the duration of a particular project. You get to just volunteer, whatever you want to call it. I prefer to call it business transaction. So if you find people working on a project or something, and you can also help with that project, whatever you're learning can also help in the fulfillment of that project, volunteer yourself in, pitch yourself in, and work on the project. So when you're going for a job, you bring in all of these projects that you've worked on. You can say, I worked on this project, and this was my role. These were my roles in each of this project that I worked on. So the number of projects you get to work on get to form your portfolio. And if you do not want to maybe work with a project or something, you don't want to work with people, if it's a skill that you can do on your own, maybe if you are a graphics designer, for example, you can decide to just design maybe 30 different kind of graphics, and then those graphics you've designed, you use it to showcase to people, to showcase to potential employees that this is what you can do. Because basically what they just need is to know that you've not just written a set of skill that you can perform. They need to know that you can actually do those things. So they need to see your work. So you can either get this work by partnering with people, either volunteering or pitching yourself to anybody you just see is doing a related project and you can work on it, or you get to build your portfolio on your own. But getting to work with people puts you at an advantage, because then you are also showing to your potential employee that you can work with people, you're a team player. And the last thing that you can do to secure yourself a job when you have zero experience, zero working experience, of course, is to put yourself out there as much as possible. Guys, I can bank on this, that it works. Putting yourself out there is the real, it's the real magic, or it's the real miracle, whatever it is. But basically, putting yourself out there is really essential, because I've seen cases where you might have been there to where you see someone earning so much more than you, and you see what they are doing, and you know that you can do times 10 of what they are doing, yet you still them in that role. It is because people have learned to put themselves out there. This is no longer the time where connection was only by you having a father working somewhere, or having a mother, or having a sibling or a relative. This is the internet age, by you fully optimizing your social media presence. And I don't mean you have to become a content creator for you to put yourself out there. There's a way you can showcase your skill, and of course I'm going to do that in a different video. I'd to be appearing on the screen right now. You can just check the link in the description to see the next video, where I'm going to be telling you how to put yourself out there, because that is the real secret. You see people obtaining scholarships that it's not like of course they obtained it so they're good to a level, but you see other people out there that can even do better, yet nobody knows their name. Why? Because they've locked themselves up in one corner, either because of shyness or something, timidity. So learn to put yourself out there. So guys, we've come to the end of this section, and just to give a quick recap, I'm going to go over again. Larry asked the question saying, how can I secure a job for myself having zero experience? So for Larry, and for all of you out there that would like to secure a job for yourself, even though you've not gotten the full experience in that chosen field, I listed and explained 3 steps, and the 3 being: the first, build yourself up in that skill, learn the courses, whatever it is you have to do, go online to learn courses. And then number 2 is to build your portfolio. Your portfolio is going to replace your working experience. Have a list of projects that you've worked on and you've completed. And number 3, put yourself out there. Putting yourself out there is the real deal. If you can put yourself out there enough, you could end up being among those lucky ones to get really good paying job with zero experience. So learn to put yourself out there, learn to optimize your social media presence. And like I said, if you do not know how to, just check the link for the video, check my videos. You'll find me explaining how to optimize your social media presence to secure a high-paying job for yourself. And of course, I love you, and if you've not subscribed to this channel, what are you waiting for? Subscribe so you can see my face again. Like this video, and I cannot wait to see you in my next video. And lastly, do not forget to share your own experience or your questions in the comment section. Bye bye.